We must thank those people, particularly who are writing books nowadays, and books for the children. As a matter of fact, these are the times when personalities are formed, when the mind is growing. And no audio-visual can ever be the substitute of a book. We have television, we have channels for the children, we have cartoons and so on and so forth. But the moment audio-visual is provided to a child, the menu is fixed. There is no participation of the viewer. Everything is given. But when the same child reads a storybook, the child fantasizes, imagines. He or she makes his own palaces, own jungles, makes the form of the prince and the princess, their faces. They are made in the imagination of the child. And that is how the child learns to imagine, to fantasize, to think, which is not possible with audio-visual. For an imaginative, wholesome personality of a child, good children's literature is inevitable. And anybody who is contributing towards it should be thanked. So thank you, Pooja. I have not read the book. As a matter of fact, I have just seen it inside the covers. So, all I can say about that book, I'll quote Abraham Lincoln. अब्राहम लिंकन के पास कोई साहब आए एक बुक लेके कहने लगे आप तो प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ अमेरिका हैं, आपके पास कहाँ टाइम है कि आप किताब मेरी पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन अगर इसके बारे में कुछ लिख देते तो बड़ा अच्छा था. तो अब उसने किताब ही नहीं पढ़ी थी, क्या लिखता, तो उसने बड़ी अच्छी बात लिखी. उसने लिखा कि जो लोग ऐसी किताबें पसंद करते हैं जैसी कि ये किताब है, वो इस किताब को बिल्कुल वैसी ही पाएंगे जैसी किताबें वो पसंद करते हैं. So at the moment, I am in the position to say only this. But I am sure, knowing her, she is an extremely bright young lady, and I am sure that she must have written a good book. As a matter of fact, actually, I am feeling that I am quite unnecessary because it seems to be an extremely self-sufficient family. With such articulate daughter and such articulate husband, I don't think she needs any other recommendation. They are doing fine. So thank you very much. Once again, congratulations and all the best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Congratulations, Pooja, Samir, Alka ji, family, daughter, on this wonderful occasion. And a very happy new year to all of you.
Yes.
So, किताबों के बारे में क्या कहें? To read or not to read? That is a silly question. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. There are many, many ways to enlarge your children's world. The love of books, reading books, is the best one of them all. And so to that extent, I would say, I just received the book yesterday. I just came into town and I received the book from Samir. And I wanted to know कि भाई किताब में क्या है तो मैं भी ज़रा पढ़ लूँ. So I did go through about 20-30 pages of the beginning. And I really, it took me back almost to my childhood when I was like 10, 11, 12, and I used to read all these books which had, like Pooja's book has, adventure, excitement, innocence, and joy. And I'm so happy, Pooja. Had I had it a little earlier, I would have read possibly the whole book because I found it very engaging. It really was. I mean, I wanted to know आगे क्या होने वाला है, आगे क्या होने वाला है, because it's about this little bunch of children who go into the woods and then what they find there. And yes, the thought did come to my mind. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I was like, I think I'll give this to Janvi. I think she's going to enjoy this book. So yes, yes, I'm sure all little young. I think this is more like 9, 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds. All these young children will definitely enjoy The Curse of the Windwoods. So congratulations, Pooja, and wish all these little children who are going to read this a happy reading. Okay.
This is the first time in my life I'm in front of a mic and I have to talk about a book. But here the person concerned is very dear to me and to our entire family. Um, well, I have always found Pooja very, very curious about everything. She wants to know what goes on behind the minds of people, and uh, wherever we go to an event or anything, whoever's sitting next to us, she starts asking questions. In fact, I have to keep telling her, stop it, don't ask more questions. She says, no, I'm interested in people and what they think and what's going on in their mind and what they're doing. And as a result, when we go somewhere together, I always tell her before, and I said, वहाँ पे ज़्यादा किसी से सवाल वाल मत पूछना, please. So I think that's a writer in her that is, wants to know the human mind and what goes on. And this book is a fiction, and I'm basically a person who likes fiction. I like to live in a dream world. I like fantasy. I like imagination. I don't like to read real stuff. I like to, really read fiction and then imagine things on my own and sort of visualize what it would be like, what it would look like. And I think Pooja and myself, we both are very, we really love Agatha Christie and her style of writing. And I think in her book, she has a bit of, she's inspired by that style and influenced also maybe a little bit. I haven't read the entire book yet, but I know that she must have written a brilliant book. And well, we as a family want to encourage her. She is a little low profile, doesn't want to really come out in the open. But I think this time, the first time, we're really sort of going out to encourage her and to make sure that her books reach the audience, reach children, reach people. And I really hope she continues to write and come out with some more romantic novels as well as adult suspense, adult mysteries. So all my love and blessings are with her. And need your blessings as well. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'd first like to start by thanking everybody. I know people do it at the end, but I'd like to do it in the beginning. So Javedji, I won't say anything about him except that we all, our family, is very fortunate to be able to refer to him as our dear friend. And Juhi, of course, she's such a super talented artist and someone who I personally have always admired because of the grace and dignity with which she conducts herself always. That's very inspiring. And I think it's a lovely role model for young women and children of today. So that, my daughter too. And the eminent educationist and member of parliament, Professor Miri, who's my father, and the legendary Nightingale, Alka ji, who's my Didi. And it's so wonderful. And all you ladies and gentlemen of the press, and my dear friends, all of you who have actually taken the time out to come here and be here and support me, and I really appreciate that. So first, thank you everybody for being here, and the children for putting all this up for us, and Samir for bringing all you wonderful people together. So that is very important. The Curse of the Windwoods is a book written as a sort of a tribute, it is a tribute, to all the great writers of classical adventure stories. So books that I've grown up reading, and as Juhi said, it took her back to childhood and the books we all used to read And that it was designed to do that. Because I find that these writers were so talented and so wonderful that they took you into their world. You opened a page and you lost yourself. You forgot your stresses, you forgot your tensions or the chores that were lined up, and you just curl up and you just be happy for a while. So I thought that it would be wonderful to maybe point the young people of today in that direction, because they are brought up in the world of the internet, and they've got such fast lives. They've got so much on their plate with homework and with tuition. And so I thought that maybe we can, like George Bernard Shaw once said, that make it a rule never to refer a child to a book that you yourself would not read. So I really feel that it's something I identify with. So, when I go to a bookshop, I invariably end up near the adventure section and with an Agatha Christie or an Enid Blyton, and I'm thinking, oh, if only there was one book that I hadn't read. If I could just find that one, it's like a treasure to me. So I thought that, okay, let me write something as a tribute to these great writers. So if these young children can sit down and enjoy my book, maybe a hot cup of chocolate, a comfortable sofa, and they read my book for an hour or two, then there's nothing more I would ask. So that I'll end with that. Thank you very much.
Every goal is 1 lakh for the charities.
Done.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Go for it. Here we go. Big cheer, everyone. Come on. Give them support.